Letters to a Future Nurse. Chapter 17. Conversations to Share by Janet Holiday. Salutation, future nurse. At 15 years old, while sitting at the bedside of my aunt in a hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, my nursing journey began. My career path was set for me and I didn't even know it. Today, I tell people that nursing found me. When I was growing up, becoming a nurse was not on my list of things to achieve. I lived in rural Mississippi and longed to live in New York City in a huge building on the top floor. I wanted to be an executive wearing a suit to work. The complete opposite happened. I graduated from high school, left home and completed one semester at a university in Mississippi. Sitting in a dorm with my friends, we planned my wedding. I was married 7 months after finishing high school, living in Georgia and working at a local fast food restaurant. During a visit to the local health department, a nurse entered the exam room and in amazement I thought, she's black. I asked her so many questions, with the main question being, what do you do? And if I want to do what you're doing, what do I need to do? 40 years later, the rest is history, and today I know that nursing found me. My youngest daughter is an advanced registered nurse practitioner. I love how our nurse talk served as a vehicle to share stories to strengthen her growth journey when she was completing nursing school. When my daughter Candace finished high school, I was hoping she would choose nursing, especially since she was exposed to my work setting in healthcare. When she announced she was going to be a pharmacist, I was with her 99%, but I was so excited when she later changed her mind and decided to attend nursing school. I asked her what made her change her mind about pharmacy school, and I gained an understanding of her rationale for changing her major with her answer. She shared, at some point I realised I didn't want to go to a pharmacy school. I made someone else's goal my goal, and when the time came I realised I absolutely had no desire to become a pharmacist. Part of that stemmed from not knowing what a pharmacist does. I think that's a big part of growing up. You think you have an idea of what certain careers are, but you really don't. That same reasoning led me into nursing. For the longest time I thought nurses only worked in long-term care facilities or nursing homes because that's what I saw. I didn't really see floor nursing. In nursing school I was asked, what kind of nursing do you want to be? And I realised I had more options as a nurse than a pharmacist. Based on this discussion, I realised the importance of future nurses being confident in their decision making and to ask for assistance when in doubt or to confirm the logic behind their decisions. Knowledge is power. My father told me repeatedly, get your education, it's something that no one can take away from you. He was adamant about me furthering my education and I appreciate his strong encouragement. Nursing requires effective study habits and learning is continuous during a nurse's career. I questioned Candace about her learning experience and her growing pains. I asked if she observed nurses mistreating new nurses or newly hired nurses with experience. She replied, yes, I saw it and I experienced it too. It's true, some nurses do eat their young. How do you move beyond the negative experiences that you have in your new career? Candace explained the importance of having a strong foundation and how the nurse residency program she attended provided a wealth of learning opportunities and support that contributed to her self-confidence. Candace moved to another state with 18 months of experience in the operating room. There was a lot of seniority in the department of the new hospital, and you have to prove yourself and be willing to listen to your preceptor. As the newbie, you get the challenging cases, most cases, and surgeons that others avoid. Candace explained that at one point she became the plastic surgery nurse and she was pretty good at that, and it became her specialty. When intern orthopaedic surgeons started in the operating room, we did learn their preferences while getting to know them. Candace explained that practicing as a circulation nurse and developing routines helped her in many ways. She learned how to connect or build a professional relationship with each surgeon, learn their techniques and preferences, and to speak up. Candace stated that using her voice to ask questions, provide pertinent patient information timely, and to express her concerns impacted her confidence level. She paved her way as a newly hired nurse with experience. She organised the operating room, trained with technicians, and built a cohesive team environment. She created her own space, resulting in building a high-performing team in an assigned operating room suite. Her nugget from this experience is understanding that as a newly hired nurse, it is possible to pave your way with a willingness to learn and explore new things. As a seasoned nurse with 40 years of experience, I am learning so much about mindset, inner growth, and imposter syndrome. My operating system of who I think or believe I am impacts my career, my relationships, and my life. I don't recall this being taught in nursing school. When I asked Candice to share what she learned in nursing school about mindset and inner growth, she wasn't clear on how to answer this question. She spoke about the impact of the working environment on a nurse's mindset. Candice shared, mindset in nursing is important. I think it's important to get your mindset prepared for the day, Candice explains. The mindset of nursing is going to be influenced by nursing administration, so it is important for them to make sure nurses can have meal breaks. I would hear stories of nurses on the floor maybe getting their 30-minute lunch, standing to eat while looking out for their patients, not getting lunch breaks or unable to go to the bathroom. That's ridiculous. They are going to wear out. If they don't have those 30 minutes to go to the bathroom or eat, they're going to burn out quickly. Candice explained that mindset is twofold: the personal mindset of the nurse and the mindset of administration. It is imperative that administration is providing resources for nursing care success. Vice versa, nurses must uphold professional standards of conduct and performance. A changing economy, an increase in infectious diseases and safety risks requires an assessment of the pay structure for nurses. So the mindset is not just of the nurse, but the mindset of the team. Listening to Candice, I realise that mindset is an area of importance for current and future nurses. New nurses operate from a place of fear and may not want to ask for help with everything. Imposter syndrome is fear of making an error, messing up, or your peers not liking you. When future nurses learn about mindset and imposter syndrome and do the inner work, they will be better equipped to not only care for patients but also practice self-care. Future nurses will gain confidence as they master new skills, learn new systems, and voice their thoughts, ideas, and concerns. My last question for Candice was, should nursing be a heart-centred career? She explained, no, I think if it's a heart-centred career, we will always have a shortage of nurses, even worse than what we have now. I think it would be helpful. I think there will always be some that caring and nurturing person, and that's great. But it's not realistic, because if nursing doesn't change, if the hours don't change, if the mindset doesn't change, if the mentality of nurses eating their young doesn't change, if it's a heart-centred career, it's going to fizzle out. And no one is going to do those things out of the goodness of their hearts anymore, so we're going to have a shortage. Nursing education needs to embed self-time or self-care as a requirement in nursing curriculums. We teach theory, we teach how to take care of others, but if we can't turn stuff off, then those hospice nurses and ICU nurses will get burnt out. If it's heart-centred, you must include the nurse's heart. As I listen to Candice, I realise even more of the diversity of nursing and of healthcare. Nursing consists of different specialties and different personalities and different backgrounds or cultures. Every nurse isn't heart-centred, but each nurse needs to understand how to administer care from compassion that is patient-centred. As future nurses gain experience and a deeper understanding of how they fit into the big picture, the healthcare structure will provide a support system for the recipients of care and the providers of care. Practical tip by Janet. In closing this letter, future nurses are encouraged to remember these tips. Ask yourself, is nursing the profession for me? If it is, identify your support systems, learn and use mindset practices that increase your clarity and focus, and nurture your heart doing the things that bring you joy as you care for others. Fun and blessings. So Janet Holiday has coupled her 40 plus years of nursing experience with her coaching practice as a registered nurse and life mastery consultant. Janet helps individuals design and manifest a life that aligns with their soul's purpose. Her personal Queen Esther's journey has led her in the direction of her dream to inspire and empower individuals to anchor their soul's purpose and to embrace personal as well as professional growth. As a mother and grandmother, she cherishes creating memories with her family. Her message to future nurses is clear. As my daughter shared, take care of yourself, caring for your mind, body and soul. Tomorrow's nurses will be challenged to truly embrace knowing who they are so that they are prepared to care for themselves and others. you can contact Janet at janetburnsholiday@gmail.com. Thank you, Janet.